Back here at Jim McAbee Field, about to get going for game number 2 of this doubleheader between the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts and the Medford Mustangs. Nate Uretzi, happy to be with you this afternoon. Apologies, game number 1, we got underway right on time. Not necessarily on time in terms of pre-game show. Typically, we start before the game, about 15 minutes. We got right on air right before the first pitch. Nonetheless, happy to be with you for game number 2 of this doubleheader. Game number 1, it went 5 innings, and it was a final score of 13-3 for the Medford Mustangs, defeating the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. Now game number 2, we got both starting lineups written in, which is definitely nice because we did not have that at the start of last game. If you weren't here at the beginning of the last game, it's just been a hectic day getting down here. We were here, at least I was here, over 2 hours before the game. Just kept running into trouble with the wind, with the little canopy that we got to prevent the equipment from hopefully overheating here in the Rogue Valley. It is a warm day, 82 degrees, but the canopy broke, got stuck, had to get that unjammed. Ultimately, we got up and rolling. Special thanks to Jamie Burke, Paxton Burke's dad, as well as Danner Wirtz's dad. They helped me out a little bit with that. Then while we were setting up the canopy, again, after it had broken, at least a piece of it had broken off, both of our cameras were on the bleachers. The wind blew them down, and they took a big tumble down. Thankfully, the cameras seemed to be okay, but that happened as well. And then I cut my hand open, I cut my knee open, banged it up pretty good. It's just been a brutal, brutal day, and we finally got everything set up and ready to go right before the start of the game. But we are here for game number 2, and, I Band-Aid on my hand, Band-Aid on my knee. Scorebook looks good. That's all that matters here for game number 2. Tim Sestair and head coach Johnny King meeting at home plate right now. No umpires there to greet them. It's just the two of them talking right now. Sestair, this is his first season as the head coach of the Dr. Stewarts, an assistant coach at Roseburg High School. So the umpires finally come out to greet him. Again, Ty Hellenthal is going to be catching behind the plate. Fletcher Coleman out in left field. In center field, it is Dane St. Clair for the Dr. Stewarts. In right field, Taj Flora, the Sutherland Bulldog. Cal Robbins is at first base. Didn't really play at first base much this past spring with the Roseburg Indians. But Robbins is at first base. At second base is Logan Anderson. Shortstop, of course, is Paxton Burke. And at third base, it is Daniel Withers. That is the defensive alignment for the Docs facing off against the Medford Mustangs. Umpires are meeting right now. The smoke has doubled in size even since the last time I was talking about it. It is a lot of smoke out in center field. Got one more timeout to get in before the start of this game. Let's take our final timeout here on 541radio.com and the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Looking to expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Game number 2 of this doubleheader between the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts and the Medford Mustangs. About to get going. The Mustangs winning game number 1 by a final score of 13-3. Run rule victory, 11 runs in the 5th inning for the Mustangs. Now the Dr. Stewarts looking for a new game, a new start, and they have new jerseys, hoping to maybe shift the mojo. The Dr. Stewarts wearing their black jerseys with the orange and blue stripes on the side. The orange outline with the blue numbers on the black jerseys for the Dr. Stewarts. Medford, they're wearing navy blue jerseys, red down the side with red numbers and white trim. Blue caps, navy blue caps they are with a red brim. Really good two-way look. So the Dr. Stewarts coming up to hit. The score is 0-0. Need to fix all that in the scorebook real quick. Or score graphic, I should say, here online. So here's Paxton Burke leading things off. The switch hitter batting as a righty with the pitcher in the game, Tristan Malary. First pitch to Burke is swung on and fouled off at the plate. No balls and 1 strike. As we're underway at 4:45 on the dot. So a little bit later than originally scheduled. They're hoping for a 4:30 start. Burke grounds the ball towards the left side. At shortstop, it is Keller Bloodworth. He throws to first base to retire Burke for out number 1. 1 up, 1 down to start for the Dr. Stewarts. Brings up Logan Anderson. Anderson back at second base after being there in game number 1. Young man that won a state championship for back-to-back seasons and his high school baseball career. We'll see where he ends up next year. Probably going to go play some college baseball. Takes pitch down low and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. A lot of really talented players from Douglas County on this Docs roster. A lot of Roseburg Indians once again. Paxton Burke, Cal Robbins, Jake Johnson, Dane St. Clair, and Fletcher Coleman all in the lineup, all from Roseburg High School. 2 balls and no strikes as the pitch misses from Larry. So 2-0 to Logan Anderson. Pitch from Larry. Fouled away, 2-1. It's a good mix for Medford as well, a very successful Legion Ball program. Look at their roster. They have guys from North Medford, South Medford, Ashland, Cascade Christian, Eagle Point, plus a couple of college players as well. Pitch drops in for a strike on the 2-1. Evens it out. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Logan Anderson. Weather still 82 degrees. Sun is blaring in as there's a swing and a miss by Anderson. Strike 3. 2 outs. 2 up, 2 down to start for the Docs. And now Cal Robbins will stand in. The slugging sophomore, now heading into his junior season, had a home run in game number 1. Really was the highlight until it was not. Gave the Docs the lead by 1, and then an 11-run bottom of the 5th inning. They didn't get out of the inning. It looked like they were going to lead and potentially try to close it out. They could not. And it was another crooked number inning for the Mustangs against the Dr. Stewarts. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch to Robbins. Lines it out towards right field. It's a base hit. Robbins continues to tear it up. 2-out single. Runner at first base for Dan Withers. Withers back-to-back starts. First pitch to the third baseman. It's grounded towards the left side at shortstop. It's Bloodworth who fields. Sidearms it to first base on a couple of hops, and it gets away from Willer. So it'll be, I believe, an error. Maybe they'll credit it as a base hit. It was kind of close at first base, and they do say error. So an E6 will put Withers at first. Robbins ends up at second. I think he was trying to decide whether or not he could get the play at second or not. Instead, he cannot try to throw it to first base and was unsuccessful. Brings up Jake Johnson. Robbins ended up at third base on the throw. So now runners on the corners. First pitch to Johnson. It is taken low. 1 ball and no strikes. Johnson just wrapped up his high school baseball career at Roseburg High School. The DH in game number 2 after pitching in game number 1. 1-0 pitch. Johnson slices it to right field. It's an RBI single to give the Docs the lead. Second straight game in the first inning. Jake Johnson bringing in a run. Robbins in from third, and the air helps out the Docs as they take the lead 1-0 in game number 2. Brings up Dane St. Clair with 2 on, 2 outs. 1-0 the score. The Docs with the lead, with Withers at second and Johnson at first. So the New Jersey's paying off so far for the Dr. Stewarts. They led 1-0 in game number 1. Then a 2-run bottom of the second inning gave Medford the lead as the pitch is down low to St. Clair, 1-0. Jake Johnson gave up 2 runs on 4 hits in that first and then retired the side without allowing a hit in innings 2 and 3. Mustangs were scoreless until the 5th. 1-0 pitch, down and away, 2 balls and no strikes. A longer game number 1, despite the shortened length. 2 balls and no strikes to St. Clair. Throw back towards second, and back there safely is Withers. St. Clair had a single with a run scored plus a strikeout in game number 1. Takes down and away. 3 balls and no strikes. Malari on the mound. Left-hander from South Medford who is committed to Bushdale University. First team All-Southwest Conference first baseman. 3 balls and no strikes, the pitch. It is taken for a strike, 3-1. So 2 outs and 2 on, 3 balls and 1 strike to St. Clair. Pitch from Larry. Fouled away by St. Clair. 3-2, count goes full. Full count pitch upcoming. Payoff pitch. Up and inside, and St. Clair has worked a walk. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Taj Flora coming back up Flora in game number 1, a strikeout and an RBI single. Special thanks to our sponsor, DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. So 2 outs, bases loaded. First pitch to Flora. It's a little bit high. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 the score. It's the Docs with the lead. 1 run on 2 hits so far in this inning. And now, pitching coach coming out for Medford. The pitching coach is Brett Wolf, his 4th season. Formerly the North Medford head coach. So he's out to talk with Malari in game number 2. An update on the Upper Applegate fire that we've been talking about throughout in the span of an hour. It's now jumped from 120 acres to 200 acres. So a big fire has broken out down here in southern Oregon. Evacuations are updated out in the Jacksonville area. Not firmly in Jacksonville, but out in the Applegate Mountains, just outside of Jacksonville. They do have the evacuation center in Jacksonville at the elementary school there. First pitch, or rather second pitch to Flores, in for a strike after the 1-0. 1 ball and 1 strike as the meeting pays off. One pitch from Malari. Down low and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two one. Flora fouls it back. 2-2. See an airplane coming in from center field. This one a low liner that looked like it was headed straight towards home plate, and then at the last minute is now hooked out towards the right field line. Two balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Line drive out towards center field. That'll score at least 1. Around third and in to score is Johnson. It's a 2 RBI single for Taj Flora, as the Docs extend the lead to 3-0 in inning number 1. Withers in from third and Johnson right behind him. St. Clair advances to second. Ty Hellenthal, the 8th batter of the inning. Fletcher Coleman is on deck. The 9th batter of the inning. On deck sponsor is the Blind Man. If you're feeling the heat when you're on deck, contact the Blind Man, a Hunter Douglas Gallery dealer in Roseburg. First pitch to Hellenthal. He did not offer. It's a little bit high. 1 ball and no strikes. Blind Man, they can help you with several patio shade options to beat the summer heat or other design options for your home. You can visit blindmanroseburg.com for more details. 1-0 is in for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 outs and 2 on in the top of the first. Larry comes set. Here's the 1-1. It's taken for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Hellenthal, another Umpqua Valley Christian kid. Man, was he excellent in the postseason run for the Monarchs. 3 straight complete games en route to winning their 2nd straight state championship. 1-2. Hellenthal hits it out towards the first base side, foul. So we'll do the 1-2 again as Hellenthal stays alive. It's been a 2-out rally. Cal Robbins had a 2-out single, then an error allowed Dan Withers to reach base safely. Jake Johnson an RBI single, a walk to St. Clair, and a 2 RBI single by Taj Flora. Pitch to Hellenthal is swung on and missed, and it's a strikeout from Larry. to end the inning. 2 strikeouts in the inning, but the Ducks score a total of 3 runs on 3 hits with 1 error defensively, 2 left stranded. We're now headed to the bottom of the first inning. The score is 3-0. Dr. Stewart's on top here on 541radio.com. And the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Bottom of the first inning, the score is 3-0. The Dr. Stewart's with the lead here at North Medford High School, Jim McAbee Field. Drew Camp on the mound. The southpaw delivers a pitch down low. 1 ball and no strikes to Easton Curtis. So Easton Curtis leading things off once again for the Mustangs, followed by Jackson Rosenthal and Keller Bloodworth. 1, 2, and 3. 1-0 pitch from Camp is in for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Drew Camp gets the start in game number 2. The southpaw from South Umpqua High School, the only Lancer on this Dr. Stewart squad. Camp's 1-1 pitch. Dribbled out towards the right side of the infield. Anderson comes in. Field sidearms it to first. Robbins is there. 1 away. One out, nobody on for Jackson Rosenthal. Docs leading 3-0. 2 RBI single by Taj Flora and an RBI single for Jake Johnson. All runs unearned to Tristan Malary. First pitch swing in by Jackson Rosenthal, and he fouls it away towards the left field side. No balls and 1 strike. Rosenthal was certainly the standout in game number 1. 2 RBIs, a double and a triple, plus a total of 3 runs scored. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Camp. Down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. A warm day in the Rogue Valley, but pleasant compared to other days down here. I remember last year it being around 100 degrees when we were calling some Docs baseball. That was when I first started with the score last summer. 1-1 pitch. It bounces in. 2 balls and 1 strike. We did not have the video stream up last year when I was down here for the Coach K tournament. I just was doing some radio calls and was sitting in the bleachers on the first base side. Not necessarily the best angle. Called 5 games down here. It was quite some fun. 2-1 pitch. It is off the edge of the plate. 3 balls and 1 strike. Happy to be back for second season. The 3-1. It is high, and it's a walk. So 1 out walk puts a runner at first base for Keller Bloodworth. Bloodworth, the shortstop. Originally from Ashland, now playing at Feather River College. First pitch in the dirt. That's going to advance the runner into scoring position as the ball got free from Ty Hellenthal, the catcher. 1 ball and no strikes. Docs defensively, Fletcher Coleman in left, Dane St. Clair in center, Taj Flora in right, Cal Robbins at first base. Line drive right back up towards short. Burke Fields, he makes the line drive catch. He had tried to flip it to second, almost got the double play, but Rosenthal is just back in time. So just an L6, a long run for Burke and an impressive reach for the shortstop. Now 2 outs, a runner at second. 3-0 the score. It's the Docs with the lead here in the bottom of the first. Sean McFall, the cleanup hitter, steps in. The third baseman sees the first pitch from Camp, miss high. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 to McFall. Is from Eagle Point High School. Pitcher and utility player for this Medford Mustangs team. 1-0, in for a strike, 1-1, popped free of Helenthal's mitt, but still called the strike. One ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Camp. Down low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Good amount of Doc Stewart's fans have made their way down here to Medford. A lot of them sitting in the sun on a warm day. Yesterday at Stewart Park, it was music at the half shell for the first time. A lot of folks sitting in the sun then, enjoying the sunny weather during the summer. Camp looks back towards second base, is not throwback. 2 balls and 1 strike. Lefty comes set. Here's the pitch. Low. McFall takes 3 balls and 1 strike. The Docs leading 3-0 and trying to keep it that way heading into the second. Still a nice breeze out towards left field. Pitch. Bouncer towards the left side. Backhanded by Burke. A throw on the run to first base. A 1-hopper. Not in time. Oh, my goodness. I thought he got him. Sestair lost his hat arguing. He thought he had him. Said it goes down as an infield hit. So the first hit of the game, the MSK True Value hit. Make sure you have your summer projects are a hit with a stop by the MSK family of stores in Myrtle Creek and Tri-City. Throw back towards first base. The MSK True Value first hit for Medford goes to Sean McFall. It's a little odd for me after not spending a lot of time broadcasting Legion baseball, but calling some high school baseball this spring to be at North Medford High School and playing Medford, not North Medford. Pitch is a little bit high, 1 ball and no strikes. But alas, here we are in the Legion ball season, and it's great to be back and calling some Legion baseball here in Southern Oregon. 1 ball and no strikes as Camp throws back towards first base, and back there safely is McFall. Runners on the corners, Rosenthal at third, McFall at first base. Kellen Willer at the plate, did not play in game number 1. A North Medford player that graduated last year, now is at Grays Harbor. Swings and fouls off a pitch. 1-1. Throw back towards first base, and back there safely once again is McFall. They're keeping an eye on him. And now trying to get into a rundown is McFall as they keep an eye on the runner at third. The throw comes home. The tag by Hellenthal in time. So McFall tried to get into a rundown. Anderson, a smart play at second. He fires it home, and Hellenthal, his teammate at Umpqua Valley Christian, applies the tag to end the inning. So we'll now head to the top of the second inning. The score is 3-0. The Docs with the lead after one is left stranded. After one hit in the inning, no runs and no errors. You're listening to Dr. Stewart's Baseball here on 541radio.com. And the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Inning number two, it is 3-0 the score. It is the Doc Stewarts with the lead, and now coming back to hit are the Docs. Fletcher Coleman is leading things off as the left-handed hitter takes a pitch for a strike, 0-1 from Tristan Malari. Again, a windy day, and our camera keeps getting blown around. Been a little bit annoying. Pitch is down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Fletcher Coleman. Larry winds and fires a pitch that is belted in the air out towards right field for a base hit. It's the 4th hit of the game for the Dr. Stewarts. It brings up Paxton Burke. Burke a ground out to his counterpart. And Keller Bloodworth in inning number 1, now back up for a second AB in as many innings. First pitch, Burke shows bunt, bunts it towards the first base side. Malari Fields throws to first to retire Burke. It's a sac bunt to advance a runner into scoring position at second. So a good sac bunt by Burke. Runner in scoring position for Logan Anderson. He struck out swinging his first time up. Still 3-0. 4 hits for the Dr. Stewarts. 1 hit for Medford and 1 error for the Mustangs. First pitch in for a strike, 0-1. Anderson went 1 for 4 with a run scored and a walk in the game against the Fairfield Expos on Monday. Here's the 0-1. It's inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hefty amount of wind out towards left field. That's where Cal Robbins hit his home run earlier. 1-1. Anderson pops it up towards the first base side, out of play. 1-2. "18-mile-per-hour gusts of wind, about 12-mile-per-hour blowing wind at the moment." 1-2 pitch. Anderson, chopper up the middle. Bloodworth fields at short, sidearms to first to retire Anderson. Advancing to third base on the play is Fletcher Coleman. Cal Robbins coming back up to the plate. He had the Indians' first hit of the game, the MSK True Value first hit. Make sure your summer projects are a hit with a stop by the MSK family of stores in Myrtle Creek and Tri-City. And they're going to intentionally walk Robbins. They do not want to deal with him. After the homer and single, they decide to walk him and put Dan Withers at the plate. Withers reached on an error. His first time up, extended the inning, all 3 runs unearned. Chance that onto the lead. First pitch, Withers swings and misses at a ball in the dirt, 0-1. So an efficient game for the Ducks, leading 3-0 thanks to 4 hits. And a chance to bring in the 4th run of the game with Coleman at third. The 0-1, Withers chases a pitch down and away from Mallory. No balls in 2 strikes. The southpaw comes set. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled away. Each team throwing left-handers in game number 2. Drew Camp for the Doc Stewarts and Larry from South Medford for the Mustangs. The 0-2 pitch, fouled off. Stays alive. Jake Johnson on deck. He would love an opportunity at another RBI hit. Had one last inning. Gave the Docs a 1-0 lead after the error. Put a runner in scoring position. The 0-2. It's high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Belted in the air. Way back. It is gone. 3-run home run for Dan Withers. And the Docs extend the lead. It is 6-0. What a smash hit by Withers. As he sends it over the fence, and that's why you don't intentionally walk Robbins. You give Dan Withers an opportunity, and he makes you pay. Base is now empty. 6-0 the score. The Ducks, quite the response in game number 2. And now Jake Johnson takes a pitch outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Great hit by Withers. Really got a hold of it. 1-0. Hit in the air out towards the right field side, out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. As mentioned, Johnson had an RBI single. His first time up. Swings and fouls off the 1-1 pitch. So 1-2 pitch upcoming to Johnson. Here it is. Line drive up the middle, another base hit. 6th hit of the game for the Dr. Stewarts. Johnson 2 for 2. And brings up Dane Sinclair. Sinclair walked last inning. Last inning, 8 batters came to the plate for the Dr. Stewart. Sinclair is the 7th batter of this inning. Special thanks to our sponsor, Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call 541-459-1545. St. Clair dribbles the ball out towards the left side of the infield at second base, or rather shortstop. It was Bloodworth. He threw to first base and it gets away. Now advancing to third base is Johnson. St. Clair ends up at second. And after There was a runner at first. It's an infield hit and then an error to put 2 in scoring position. 6-0 the score, and this may be it for the left-hander. The E6 for Keller Bloodworth. So Mallory has a meeting with John King. The pitching coach is Brett Wolf. Infield coach is Johnny King. And the assistant coach is Kevin Schaefer. Mallory, he's from South Medford. They made it to the quarterfinals this past spring. Lost 5-4 at McMinnville, who made a run in the 6A postseason. It's an entire infield meeting now. And they break. So Taj Flora back up to the plate, a 2 RBI single last inning. Let's see if he can do it again. Docs leading 6-0. First pitch. Taken down low. 1 ball and no strikes. One-0 pitch from Larry. Taken for a strike, 1-1. Dodge Flora at Sutherland High School this past spring. Second season with the Ducks. First team All Far West League for the past 2 seasons. Line drive on 1 hop to the shortstop Bloodworth. A long throw to first base, a 1-hopper that just beats Flora for out number 3. Well, the Ducks score 3 runs on the big fly by Dan Withers. We'll head to the bottom of the second inning. The score is 6-0 after a total of 4 hits and an error in the inning. Going to the bottom of the second, it is 6-0. Doc Stewart's with the lead here on 541radio.com and the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Johnson Lumber Company, a forward-thinking family company, has been operating in the Douglas County community for over 60 years. Founded by Don R. Johnson, the man who set the tone of commitment to these local communities by providing stable, long-term employment. D.R. Johnson Lumber Company understands the significance of investing in our youth because they are the foundation of our future. That's why they're a proud supporter of Roseburg Doc Stewart's. Come watch the Docs swing some lumber with D.R. Johnson Lumber Company. Go Docs!
Bottom of the second inning, first pitch is swung on and missed. No balls and 1 strike from Drew Camp to Kellen Willer. Willer back up at the plate after last inning being at the plate. Runners on the corners. The Mustangs try to get into an intentional run down to score a run. They could not score a run as it was a smart play by Logan Anderson to throw it home. Ty Hellenthal applied a tag on Jackson Rosenthal. He was out at the dish. 1 ball and 1 strike, rather 2 balls and 1 strike now. Here's the pitch from Camp. It's taken low, 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1. Camp gets a swing and a miss. 3-2. So a full count pitch upcoming here. In the bottom of the second inning, 6-0 the score. It's the Ducks with the lead. Camp's payoff pitch. A high chopper to the left side on a few hops. Burke waits for it, throws to first base. A bang-bang play, and he beats him. Gets the out for out number 1. Brings up Grady Sickler. Sickler, the left fielder, in the 6th spot, followed by Keegan Painter. So his batters 5, 6, and 7. Here in the bottom of the second, the heart of the order for the Medford Mustangs. First pitch from Camp is down and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. The heart of the order is brought to you by Floors by Design. Flooring is at the heart of every home, and Floors by Design is the premier location in Douglas County, offering the latest and greatest from the industry's leading manufacturers. Visit roseburgflooring.com for more information. 2 balls and no strikes as the pitch missed high. Camp's 2-0 pitch is swung on and missed. 2 balls and 1 strike. So 6-0 the score. The Knox Stewarts, 3 runs in the first, all unearned. And then in the second, a 3-run home run by Daniel Withers. 2-1 pitch from Drew Camp. Lost control of the breaking ball. It's up and away. 3 balls and 1 strike. Another airplane flying in. Drove by the Medford airport for the first time, driving in this morning. Fouled off. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Getting a little bit familiar with Medford after making a few trips down here to call some games. Made a few trips to call some basketball in the winter, and then down to call some baseball here at Jim McAbee last summer, and then in the spring. 3-2, it bounces in. So a full pitch walk will put a runner at first base. 1 out in the bottom of the second inning for the Medford Mustangs. Special thanks to our sponsor, Palm Wealth Management, a member of D.A. Davidson & Company, member SIPC, as well as Flyaway Travel. Contact the travel experts at Travel Leader Flyaway Travel and make sure you have an agent in your corner. You can call 541-672-5701. First pitch. It is taken down low by Keegan Painter. 1 ball and no strikes. Painter from South Medford, first team All-Southwest Conference infielder this past season. Pretty good player with the Panthers, I should say, for Painter. Takes it down and away, 2-0. He's playing across town at North Medford High School this summer with the Mustangs. 2-0, it's taken low. 3 balls and no strikes. Got to wonder how that is. I mean, if you're a South Medford player, you probably bleed blue. And to be playing at North Medford High School during the summer, got to be a little bit odd. Throw back towards first base, and back there safely is Sickler. Three balls, no strikes. The pitch misses. So back-to-back walks, put 2 on. Camp with 3 walks in the afternoon. Ty Hellenthal out to talk things over with Camp. Paxton Burke out to talk as well. Dr. Stewart's this season, blue caps, the royal blue caps with an orange R, and then this year an orange brim. I think this is the first time the Docs have had a orange brim in quite some time. Traditionally, it's just the straight blue cap. But this year, the orange brim, a new look, and I'm certainly a fan. Brady Patterson comes up to the plate, the 8-hole hitter, a DH for the Mustangs. Potentially a bunt scenario here with 2 on and nobody out. Rather, 2 on and 1 out. He takes a pitch for a strike on 1. Camp got a ground out to Kellen Willer to start the inning. Back-to-back walks, 2 on, and an 0-1 count. Patterson reached on air and scored in the 5th inning in game number 1. 0-1 pitch. It's down and inside. No balls and 2 strikes. And time is called. One ball and 1 strike from Camp. Here's the pitch. Lined up the middle, and that's through for a base hit. Around third and stopping at third on the play was Sickler. He probably could have come home and scored as St. Clair had some trouble in the outfield. So a hit, the first of the inning, loads the bases for the Mustangs. So Easton Douglas will come up and hit, 9-hole hitter from South Medford. Bases loaded, 1 out. And the bottom of the second as the Mustangs are looking to respond after the 3-run top of the second inning. Pitches inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Douglas, another South Medford player on this Medford Mustang squad. Camp's 1-0 pitch. In for a strike, 1-1. Easton, his brother Tanner Douglas, a pitcher at Oregon State University, was at University of Portland, transferred to OSU this past spring, pitched with the Beavers program, and fortunately for him, yesterday they saw their postseason run end. Beavers losing in the College World Series in Omaha to Louisville yesterday. Walk-off sacrifice fly by Eddie King Jr. 1-1 pitch. Inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Make it 3 balls and 1 strike. Bases loaded. In the bottom of the second. The pitch, Douglas. Taken low. I guess that is 3-0. A little bit odd. The umpire put up his ring finger, his middle finger, and then it looked like his pointer finger as well. Here is the official 3-1. Ground ball to the right side, foul. So the count goes full with the bases loaded in the bottom of the second. Doc scoring some runs, 6 runs on 7 hits in this game. They've been helped out by a couple of errors by Medford. Leading by 6 and trying to keep it that way is Camp, the 3-2. Douglas lines it out towards left center field. It's slicing into the alley, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall. St. Clair tried to corral it. It's off his shoulder as he picks it up, and all 3 runs are going to come in and score. On the bases, clearing double by Easton Douglas. And the lead is cut in half. It is 6-3. So Sickler in from third, Painter in from second, and Patterson in from first. 2 walks, a single to load the bases, and then a double. The third hit of the game, and it's 6-3 in the bottom of the second. A.J. Doolittle out to talk things over with Drew Camp. Special thanks to our sponsor, Winston Auto Care. Don't strike out with car troubles. Call Winston Auto Care at 541-679-8685. Your home team for auto repair for over 25 years. So after the break, Camp has a runner at second, 1 out still. A pitcher warming up for the Dr. Stewarts. Top of the order, back up. First pitch swinging by Easton Curtis. He chops it to third base. Withers tried to barehand it after it ricocheted off his knee. And Curtis is going to reach first base safely, and into third safely. On the play is Douglas. Goes down as an error. So an E5 will put a runner at first base. Runner at third, so runners on the corners. One out. And the tying run coming to the plate in the bottom of the second. It was 6-0 Ducks. It's now 6-3. Rosenthal, he walked his first time up. Still just one out in the inning. Been a long start to game number 2. Already over 45 minutes into this ball game, and we're not even through 2 innings. Camp throws back towards first base, and taking second base is Curtis. Throw goes to third after they could not get the pick off at first base, and back to third base safely is Douglas. So 2 in scoring position after the stolen base by Curtis. Got Easton's at second and third, Douglas and Curtis. 6-3 the score, and a chance for a pair of ribbies for Jackson Rosenthal. Again, the walk, his first time up. 2 RBIs and 2 extra base hits in game number 1, and he rips a ball down the right field line in fair territory. That'll score both runs. In right field, it's Taj Flora who collects and fires it into the cutoff man in Paxton Burke. And it's a 2 RBI double for Jackson Rosenthal. And the Mustangs have cut the lead down to 1. It's the 4th hit of the game for the Mustangs, and they've scored 5 runs in this bottom of the second inning. After trailing 6-0, they're right back in the ballgame. So now the 3-hole hitter, Keller Bloodworth, with the chance to tie the game. Takes a first pitch strike, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Camp just trying to complete the second. Keep the Ducks in front. The 0-1. It's bounced in. 1 ball and 1 strike. This Medford squad can score some runs. 11 runs in the 5th inning in game number 1, and they've scored 5 so far here in the bottom of the second. They can really string together a rally. Here's the 1-1. Popped in the air out towards left field. Back is Coleman. He retreats and makes the catch. Out number 2 is recorded. 2 outs, a runner at second. And it brings up Sean McFall. Ninth batter of the inning, as the Mustangs have scored 5 runs so far to cut the lead from 6-2 to 6-5, or 6-0 to 6-5. Officially 50 minutes into this ball game, 1 2/3 away. We're into this. First pitch. It is taken high. 1 ball and no strikes. McFall had an infield single his first time up. One-0 pitch from Camp. It is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Summer baseball, this is all that it's about. You got a doubleheader on a nice Wednesday afternoon, 2:30, and then a 4:45 start. Pitch from Camp. In for a strike, 2-1. Got to factor that they left around 10:30, 11 o'clock. Got down here, it's a full day. Blooper out towards right field. A long run for Florent St. Clair, but St. Clair tracks it down to make the catch for the final out. 5 runs come in the inning on a total of 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 left stranded. We're going to the 3rd. The Ducks are still leading. The score is 6-5 after the Mustangs cut the lead down from 6 to just 1. You're listening to Roseburg Dr. Stewart's Baseball here on 541radio.com and the Score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Top of the third inning, the score is 6-5. It is the Dr. Stewarts with the lead. A new pitcher coming into the game. It is Jake Lewis, a right-hander from South Medford High School, class of 2026, and a returner to this Medford Mustangs squad. So Lewis comes into the game for Tristan Malary. 2 innings pitched, 7 hits, 6 runs, 3 were earned with 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. Ty Hellenthal, Fletcher Coleman, and Paxton Burke due up for the Dr. Stewarts. Docs looking for their first win of the season. Hoping to get it here in game number 2, leading by 1. Hellenthal swings and fouls off the first pitch. 0-1. And Hellenthal's going to take a second. Not sure if it went off his foot or if it jammed him up inside a bit and stings the hands. Never know with these metal bats. He's going to take a long walk and then walk back to the batter's box. Special thanks to our sponsor, Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County, as well as Bowers Industrial, a proud supporter of our local community and youth sports. Oh, 1 to Hellenthal is taken for a strike. 0-2. Hellenthal, the only batter that did not bat last inning, struck out his first time up. Now down 0-2. The pitch from Lewis. Grounded out towards the right side at second base. Painter fields and flips to first for out number 1. Nobody on, 1 out in this 6-5 ball game. Fletcher Coleman, a single and a run scored. His first time up. That one was last inning. He led things off with a base hit. Swings and fouls away the pitch. 0-1. Dr. Stewart's with 7 runs. 1 error defensively. Rather, 7 hits, 6 runs, 1 error defensively. The 0-1 pitch, Coleman takes a strike. 0-2. Compare that to the Medford Mustangs. 5 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors defensively. No balls and 2 strikes to Coleman. Here's the pitch. Swings and misses. A strikeout for Lewis as he starts his day hot. A ground out and a strikeout, 2 away in the top of the third. Paxton Burke now coming up to hit. Burke, the switch hitter, now batting as a lefty for the first time today in game number 2. Grounds the ball up the middle, off the mound, and into center field. 2-out single continues the inning for the Dr. Stewarts, and We saw in the first inning for Roseburg, it was Cal Robbins getting a 2-out single. All of a sudden, they were able to string together some on-base performances and score 3 runs in that inning on a total of 3 hits and an error. First pitch, in for a strike, 0-1. Anderson, a strikeout and a ground out. Throw back towards first base. A diving play back there is not in time as Burke is back there safely. Throw back towards first. Burke is going to be in a rundown as they get him picked off. In between second and first, they throw it back. He's trying to get back to second base. A diving play is made by Kellen Willer. So that'll do it for the Ducks. No one left stranded after 1 hit, no runs, and no errors. We're headed to the bottom of the third inning. The score is 6-5. The Ducks with the lead. Medford coming up to hit on the other half of this break here on 541radio.com and the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Six to 5, the score in the bottom of the third inning. The Medford Mustangs coming back up to hit, trailing by 1. Drew Camp still out there for the Dr. Stewarts as the first pitch from Camp misses the zone. 1 ball and no strikes. So 1-0 the count to Kellen Willer, who is leading things off. And it's actually a pinch hitter. It's Cade Pedersen. Pedersen takes down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Camp, the southpaw winds and delivers. Pitch that's fouled back. 2-1. Camp, a left-hander that's committed to Lane Community College. Going to go play for the Titans next season up in Eugene. So getting out of Douglas County after a successful career at South Umpqua. 2 balls and 1 strike. Camp rocks and fires. Fouled off. 2-2 to Pedersen. Far West League Player of the Year at South Umpqua with the Lancers. Really good season as the Lancers swept a lot of honors. First team All-State pitcher last year as a junior. 2-2 offering is down and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Veteran on this Dr. Stewart squad, his 3rd season with the Ducks. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A strikeout for Camp as he sits down Pedersen for out number 1. Brings up Grady Sickler. Now the first strikeout for Camp. First pitch to Sickler is popped out of play to the first base side, 0-1. Six to 5 the score in the bottom of the third. Docs with the lead. Pitch from Camp, a breaking ball that misses the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. Camp's 1-1. Foul tipped. 1 ball and 2 strikes. A breezy, warm day in the Rogue Valley. It's getting late, as doubleheaders typically go. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Camp. Hit right back up the middle, a base hit. Sickler singles. The 5th hit of the game for the Mustangs. Brings up Keegan Painter. Walked and scored last inning. 5 runs came in last inning on 4 hits, 1 error. First pitch. It's taken high. 1 ball and no strikes. Camp looks over towards first, out of the plate, and now throws back towards first base, keeping an eye on Sickler. Young man from Cascade Christian, who was a first-team All-League player as a pitcher and catcher, at .463 with 7 doubles, 9 triples, 2 home runs, and 44 RBIs. Pops it up out towards the right side of the infield. At second base, it's Logan Anderson who makes the catch for out number 2. Brings up Brady Patterson, a single and a run scored last inning. Throw back towards first base, and back there safely, once again, is Sickler. On deck is Easton Douglas. On deck is brought to you by The Blind Man. If you're feeling the heat when you're on deck, contact The Blind Man, a Hunter Douglas Gallery dealer in Roseburg. Pitch is high, 1 ball and no strikes. They can help you with several patio shade options to beat the summer heat or other design options for your home. Visit blindmanroseburg.com for more details. 1-0 pitch. It is taken low. 2 balls and no strikes to Brady Patterson. Playing in his home ballpark from North Medford. First team All-Southwest Conference infielder this season. First season playing with the Mustangs. 2 balls and no strikes. Camp's pitch. Runner on the move. A swing and a miss. Helenthal's throw to second. Late, as it finds its way into the outfield, but a good backup by Anderson. Tying run in scoring position, a 2-ball, 1-strike count. So interesting, this umpire, when he says 2 balls, 1 strike, he holds up like a pitchfork type of look with the ring finger down and then his 2 fingers up on the right, and then the pinky finger up. So it's 3 fingers up, but he says 2 balls, 1 strike. That's what confused me earlier in this game. 2 balls and 1 strike is officially the count. Here's the pitch. And it's fouled away, 2-2. Camp with 1 strikeout in the inning. Has 2 strikes here, would love his second strikeout. Pitch to Patterson. Pops it up out towards shallow left center field. A long run for Burke. He can't get to it. And around third and in to score, the tying run is Sickler as the Stings have tied it at 6. RBI single for Brady Patterson as they've come all the way down from down 6-0. Come back and tie it at 6. So Easton Douglas now hitting. Bases clearing double last inning. Brought in the first 3 runs of the inning, first of 5 as the pitch is in for a strike. Throw goes down towards second. A tough throw from Hellenthal that bounced up high to Burke. And now taking second base is Patterson. Snowballs 1 strike, 2 outs, and the go-ahead run is in scoring position at second. The 0-1 pitch. It is down and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. I have it at 1 ball and 1 strike. Camp's 1-1 pitch. Chopper up the middle. Tough play for Burke. He fields, throws, and gets the play at first base to end the inning. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 left stranded, no errors defensively. It's a brand new ball game as we head to the 4th. The score is 6-6. Here from Jim McAbee Field on 541radio.com and the score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Johnson Lumber Company, a forward-thinking family company, has been operating in the Douglas County community for over 60 years. Founded by Don R. Johnson, the man who set the tone of commitment to these local communities by providing stable, long-term employment. D.R. Johnson Lumber Company understands the significance of investing in our youth because they are the foundation of our future. That's why they're a proud supporter of Roseburg Doc Stewart's. Come watch the Docs swing some lumber with D.R. Johnson Lumber Company. Go Docs!
Welcome back here to Jim McAbee Field. Special thanks to our sponsor, Southern Septic Service. Nobody sticks their nose in Southern Septic Service's business. Get a free, no-obligation estimate today for all your septic, grease trap, and portable toilet needs. Visit SouthernSepticServiceInc.com. So it is 6-6 after Medford was able to tie the game in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Doc Stewart's coming back up to hit game number 2 of the doubleheader. Medford winning game number 1 by a final score of 13-3. First pitch is inside. 1 ball and no strikes to Logan Anderson. So Logan Anderson, Cal Robbins, and Dan Withers on deck. The heart of the order, batters 2, 3, and 4. 1-0 pitch. It is high. 2 balls and no strikes. Heart of the order is brought to you by Floors by Design. Flooring is at the heart of every home, and Floors by Design is the premier location in Douglas County, offering the latest and greatest from the industry's leading manufacturers. Pitch is high. 3 balls and no strikes from the right-hander, Jake Lewis. Visit roseburgflooring.com for more information. 3-0 pitch. It is looked at for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. Three 3-1 from Lewis. Popped in the air out towards right field. It's dropping and it's down for a blooper base hit. Fell right in front of Easton Curtis, the center fielder, who made a long run of an attempt to try to track that one down and could not get to it. Brings up Cal Robbins. Singled, walked, scored. They intentionally walked him, and it was a mistake. Daniel Withers, who's on deck, he hit a home run. That was back in the second inning. On Deck sponsor is brought to you by the Blind Man. If you're feeling the heat when you're on deck, contact the Blind Man at Hunter Dunkless Gallery Dealer in Roseburg. First pitch to Robbins, takes it down and away, 1-0. They can help you with several patio shade options to beat the summer heat or other design options for your home. Visit blindmanroseburg.com for more details. 1-0 pitch. Robbins chases a fastball high, and Lewis blew it right past him. 1 ball and 1 strike to Cal. Throw back towards first base, and diving back there safely is Anderson. One pitch. Robbins pops it a mile in the sky out towards shallow center field. Curtis was backpedaling and now comes in and slides in center field to make the catch. Throws to first base, and he's in there safely. No official ruling from the umpire, although I'm just going to assume he means that Anderson got back to first base safely. Brings up Daniel Withers after the F8. Puts the first out on the board. 6-6 the score in the top of the fourth. Withers, as mentioned, had the home run his last time up. Reached on an air before that. First pitch. Takes it high. 1 ball and no strikes. Dr. Stewart's after this doubleheader. They are heading off to Clackamas Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for a tournament. Throw back towards first base, and diving back there safely is Anderson. Game on Friday is at 3 p.m. Saturday is TBD, and then Sunday also TBD. They'll be playing 3 games up there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Clackamas. 1-0 is up and inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Lewis comes set, nods his head, and fires in a 2-0 pitch that's popped in the air out towards right field. Giving chase is the right fielder, Jackson Rosenthal, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Brings up Jake Johnson after the fly out to right field. 2 outs, a runner at first, and Logan Anderson after his leadoff single. Johnson, he's 2 for 2 with an RBI and 2 singles. Throw back towards first base, and back there safely is Anderson. Throw back towards first, and back there safely again is Anderson. So Johnson making some waves at the plate. Had a pretty solid effort in game number 1, pitching on the mound, 3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 earned runs. That was more than any runs he gave up in this park in the spring. He had a complete game shutout and a 1-0 victory against North Medford with the Roseburg Indians in the same ballpark. Back towards first base is Anderson. And after making an impact on the mound in the spring, he's now making an impact at the plate this summer. Two-way guy, and still left to be determined where he's going to go and play college baseball. Pitch popped up out towards foul territory, and it lands into the bleachers of the Doc Stewart fans to the right of me. They all seem to be okay. No balls and one strike in the 6-6 game. Top of the fourth. The 0-1 pitch. Johnson fouls it away. 0-2. Doc's trying to get another hit, extend the inning, and try to score some runs after leading 6-0. Medford's tied it. Pitch to Johnson is a breaking ball way outside by Lewis. 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Another plane flying in the late evening in Medford. The 1-2. Johnson fouls it off and stays alive. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. One ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs and a runner at first in this 6-6 ball game. Jake Lewis comes set. The right-hander kicks and fires. Runner on the move. Johnson flares it out towards the right side of the infield. No one's at first base as it's fielded by the second baseman. And Painter, he then flipped it over to second, and diving back to second base safely is Logan Anderson. So with the runner in motion and just a blooper out shows the right side of the infield, it somehow dropped down for a base hit for Jake Johnson. That the 10th hit of the game for the Doc Stewarts. Now runners at first and second, 2 outs. And Dane St. Clair. St. Clair, the left-handed hitter. Into the box. Got a feel for these players. It's been a long day. First pitch, St. Clair takes down low. 1 ball and no strikes. St. Clair, another guy that just graduated from Roseburg High School. Had a pretty good senior year. Really good junior season as well. 1-0. St. Clair lines it right to second base. Painter snags the liner, and that'll end the inning. We're halfway through this game. It is 6-6 the score. 2 left stranded after 2 hits, no runs, and no errors. Going to the bottom of the 4th here on 541radio.com and the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
It is 6-6 as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning here at Jim McAbee Field. It's the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts facing off against the Medford Mustangs. New pitcher coming into the game for the Dr. Stewarts. Pitching changes are brought to you by Overhead Door Company of Roseburg. If your garage doors are broken or just need updating, make the call to the Overhead Door Company of Roseburg for a change. They also provide full-service repairs. Visit overheaddoor.com. Riley Cheney is now into the game for Drew Camp. 1 inning pitch, rather 3 innings pitch for the number 1 on the team. 6 hits, 6 runs, 3 walks, and 1 strikeout for Camp in his start this afternoon. Now gives it over to Riley Cheney, a first-time Roseburg Dr. Stewart. First pitch, it is down and away from Cheney, 1-0. Cheney, another right-hander from Roseburg. Delivers the pitch that is fouled away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Easton Curtis. Leadoff hitter for the Medford Mustangs. 1-1. Ground ball towards the left side. At shortstop, it's Paxton Burke who fields and flips to first for out number 1. 1 out, nobody on for Jackson Rosenthal. A walk and a 2 RBI double so far for Rosenthal. He's had himself a day, a successful game number 1, and an even more impressive game number 2 for the Ashland High School graduate and Lassen College athlete. Takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Played 43 games at first base for Lassen, hitting .304 with 10 doubles, a home run, and 34 RBIs. That was 4th on the team. 0-1, he takes pitch outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. A returner for this Medford Mustangs squad. First team All-League and second team All-State at North Medford, rather at Ashland, as he takes a pitch for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wind really picking up now. 1-2, down low. 2 balls and 2 strikes with the flag blown straight out to left field. If you could make contact in that direction, you could certainly get it going for a ride. Two balls and 2 strikes. There's the pitch from Cheney. It is popped out of play. Do it again to Rosenthal. Two balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Cheney. Breaking ball way outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So a full count pitch upcoming in the bottom of the 4th. Game is tied 6-6. Pitch from Cheney is popped in the air out towards center field. St. Clair over and makes the catch. Out number 2. Brings up Kellen Bloodworth. After the first 2 batters of the inning, the top 2 hitters both have gotten out from Riley Cheney. A good start for the right-hander who impressed a little bit this spring, the Roseburg Indians. Cheney's just pitched 3 innings so far this season with the Dr. Stewarts, a whip of 167 and an ERA of 2.33, allowing a total of 1 run on 5 hits across 3 innings. First pitch. Hit out towards left field, a base hit for Bloodworth. So a 2-out single will continue the inning. That the 7th hit of the game for the Mustangs. Brings up Sean McFall. First pitch, McFall takes down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. McFall a single and a fly out. Third baseman and cleanup hitter with a runner at first. Trying to keep the inning alive for the Mustangs, who have come from behind. Trailed 6-0 going into the bottom of the second. 5 runs in the bottom of the second and 1 of the third to tie. Pitch is high. Throw goes down towards second, and it goes into the outfield. And now taking third base is Bloodworth. So a steal first to third as the throw from Hellenthal once again sails into center field. Two balls and no strikes with a runner at third base. A chance to take the lead for the Mustangs. Cheney's 2-0 pitch. Up and inside. 3 balls and no strikes. Hoping to connect here into the zone. McFall, we'll see if he gets the green light. 3-0 pitch. It is low, and it's a 4-pitch walk to put a runner at first base. Runners on the corners. 2 outs, bottom of the fourth. Then Medford runs the last 2 innings and trying to make it 3 straight innings to take the lead as Cade Pedersen comes back up to the plate. Pedersen struck out last inning. Now playing at first base. First pitch to him. Swings and misses. No throw goes down towards second as McFall steals second. No balls and 1 strike with 2 runners in scoring position. Bottom of the fourth for the Mustangs. Pitch from Cheney. Drops in for a strike, 0-2. Right-hander gets ahead with 2 in scoring position. A big at-bat here for Pedersen. Already a strikeout today. Cheney looking for his first. The right-hander gets ready. The 0-2 pitch. Inside, it gets past Hellenthal, and that's going to score a run from third base as Bloodworth comes in and scores. Advancing to third place is McFall. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and the Mustangs now lead 7-6. Cheney and Hellenthal walk back together to try to get back on the same page. Really, really close to getting out of the jam unscathed. Instead, the Mustangs score for the 3rd straight inning and take a 1-run lead. One ball and 2 strikes. Pitch from Cheney is fouled off. Pedersen stays alive. Wind is just whipping out towards left field. I mean, North Medford High School is the home of the Black Tornado. Got a lot of, Dust Devils and such out here in the Medford region. 1-2. Called strike 3. Rings them up on the outside corner, and that'll do it for the Mustangs in the bottom of the 4th. 1 hit, 1 left stranded. No errors, and either 1 error and 1 run. It is 7-6 as we head to the 5th. It is the Mustangs with the lead here on 541radio.com and the Score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
It wasn't until 1925 that the American Legion gave birth to its first youth program, and that was American Legion Baseball. And the emphasis was on citizenship and sportsmanship.
Travel ball, a lot of the times you go and you play and it's kind of just more of an individual game. But in Legion Baseball, it's more of a team working towards a goal, and I really appreciate that.
That you're playing for something more than just yourself. You're playing for all the past veterans who have served. You're playing for the people who are still serving in the military. And it's a huge honor to be part of this program.
Top of the fifth inning, it is 7-6 the score. Top of the fifth inning, it is 7-6 the score. It is the Medford Mustangs with the lead. Dodge Flora is leading things off as the first pitch is in for a strike to Flora. Jake Lewis still out there on the mound. Bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Dr. Stewarts. Flora grounds one right back to the pitcher, Lewis. He fields and throws to first base for out number one. One out and nobody on for Ty Hellenthal. Fletcher Coleman is on deck. Hellenthal, a strikeout and a ground out to second in his first two ABs of the afternoon. Lewis, the right-hander, in for his third inning of work. Fires in a pitch down low, 1 ball and no strikes. Lewis entered the game, and it was 6-5. And over the span of the last 2 innings, Mustangs have scored 1 in the third and 1 in the fourth to take the lead and lead by 1. 1-0 pitch. Bounces in. 2 balls and no strikes to Hellenthal. Did not play in game number 1. The catcher and 8-hole hitter in game number 2. Here's the 2-0. It's taken low. 3 balls and no strikes. Lewis has allowed some hits, 3 total hits, but no runs. 3-0 pitch. It's outside, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Hellenthal as he's aboard for the first time today. Brings up Fletcher Coleman. Coleman takes the first pitch for a strike. 0-1. Coleman, a single, a run scored, and a strikeout so far. Lewis allowed 1 hit in the third, 2 in the fourth, but no runs. 0-1, swing and a miss by Coleman. 0-2. So Lewis, after a 4-pitch walk, gets ahead. No balls and 2 strikes to Coleman. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A strikeout. Out number 2. Brings up Paxton Burke. After Lewis's second strikeout of the game. Burke, a single, sac bunt, and a ground out to short. Swings and misses at the first pitch in the dirt. No balls and 1 strike. 7-6, it is Medford with the lead. Top of the 5th inning. Doc's trailing by 1. Burke, the switch hitter, batting as a lefty against the right-hander in Lewis. The 0-1. Burke takes a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. Lewis ahead in the count once again. Looks back towards first, comes set, nods his head, kicks and deals. The 0-2 is lifted in the air, deep out towards left field. A long run and over the shoulder of Sickler. It falls down. Around third is Hellenthal. He's going to come in and score. Burke ends up at third base with a head-first slide. It's an RBI triple to tie the game at 7 by Paxton Burke. The wind just kept carrying it to left field, and Sickler saw it go over his shoulder as Hellenthal, who was at first with the walk, comes in and scores, and we're back to even 7-7. Here's Logan Anderson. The runner at third and 2 outs. Swings and lines the ball to right field for a base hit, and the Ducks will lead 8-7. 2-out rally as Logan Anderson's first pitch swinging for his second hit of the game. Brings up Cal Robbins in this 8-7 ball game. Robbins, single, walk, and a flyout. Robbins takes low. 1 ball and no strikes. So after it looked like Lewis was ahead, no balls and 2 strikes, potentially another scoreless inning. The Ducks score 2 on back-to-back pitches. One ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch to Robbins. It's a fastball high. 2 balls and no strikes. Anderson leads off from first. The 2-0 pitch. Robbins takes a breaking ball down and away, and staying at first base is Anderson. Daniel Withers is on deck, and he's the man that had the home run earlier in the game in the second. The 3-0 pitch. Robbins takes up an inside and has worked a walk. So the 2-out rally continues. Top of the order coming through. RBI triple, RBI single, and a walk. 2 on with 2 out. Maybe a pitching change here. Can't see anybody warming up in the Medford bullpen at the moment. John King, the head coach. Brett Wolf, the pitching coach. Johnny King, the infield coach. And assistant coach is Kevin Schaefer. That is for the Medford Mustangs. Special thanks to our sponsor, the Roseburg Country Club, established in 1922, offering an 18-hole course with excellent year-round playability. You can find out more at roseburgcountryclub.com, as well as Gibbs RV Superstore. You got to get to Gibbs, where RV means real value. Dan Withers back up at the plate. First pitch, Withers takes a strike, 0-1. Reached on an error in the first and scored. Hit a home run in the second. 3 RBIs with a fly out to right his last time up. Lewis taking his time as he looks towards second. Now kicks and fires an 0-1 pitch. That is inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Docs with 12 hits, 8 runs, and 2 errors defensively. Medford, similar. 2 errors defensively, but with 7 hits and 7 runs. Pitch is up and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Withers, a returner for this Doc Stewart squad. Playing at Umpqua Community College, one of the few older guys on the roster. Him and Cam Hartzell, both guys that stick out to me. 2-1 pitch. Foul tip, in for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. With 2 on. And 2 runs already scored in this inning. Lewis nods his head and times his called. Withers asked for time after the long wait from Lewis. Throw back towards first base, and the throwback gets away, goes up the right field line. Now racing around third base is Anderson, but he's going to be held up. Almost was able to go all the way home. They are throwing back to Robbins, but both him and Anderson advanced, so runners at second and third. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Withers stays alive. Looking for a big hit here to stretch the lead to 3. Two balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Line drive down the left field line. That's going to score 2. Withers stops at first base. It's a 2 RBI single as Robbins races into the dugout excited as the Docs have extended the lead to 3. Have yourself a day, Dan Withers. Two-out rally continues. 4 straight runners have reached base safely. The Docs have 13 hits in the game. And now Jake Johnson to the dish. Johnson 3 for 3. Takes the first pitch outside. 1 ball and no strikes. 10-7 the score. It's the Doc Stewart's leading. 4 runs in the top of the 5th. Been a seesaw of a game. 1-0. Johnson dribbles it towards the third base side. At third base, it's McFall who throws to first to retire Johnson for the final out. Overall, a total of 4 runs come in on 3 hits, 1 left stranded, and 1 error. We're now headed to the bottom of the 5th inning. The score is 10-7. The Doc Stewarts with the lead here on 541radio.com and the score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
It wasn't until 1925 that the American Legion gave birth to its first youth program, and that was American Legion Baseball. And the emphasis was on citizenship and sportsmanship.
Travel ball, a lot of the times you go and you play and it's kind of just more of an individual game. But in Legion Baseball, it's more of a team working towards a goal, and I really appreciate that.
That you're playing for something more than just yourself. I'm playing for all the past veterans who have served, we're playing for the people who are still serving in the military, and it's a huge honor to be part of this program.
Bottom of the fifth inning. On the mound is Riley Cheney as the right-hander. Delivers a pitch that is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. The wind has certainly picked up as later this evening has gone. Pitches down low. 2 balls and no strikes. Really glad that we put these, I guess, bungee cords on our canopy today, or else this one may have been blown away. Pitch is grounded foul. 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, gusts of wind today up to 18 miles per hour. 19 miles per hour now. About 13 mile per hour gusts of wind. Has cooled down a little. 77 degrees as there's a swing and a miss on the 2-1 by Grady Sickler. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from Cheney is in for strike 3. Gets the first out. Second strikeout for Cheney, dating back to last inning. Brings up Keegan Painter. Walk and a pop-up so far. Cheney delivers a first pitch strike, 0-1. Man, he looks determined to pump the zone. No balls and 1 strike, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Gets headed early. Now no balls and 2 strikes. Leading by 3. 10-7 the score. Times is called. The 0-2. Grounded towards the right side. Took a weird hop for Anderson, but he's able to field it and throw to first base for out number 2. So 2 outs and nobody on for Brady Patterson. Patterson, 2 singles, 2 runs scored. First pitch. Checks his swing and fouls it away. 0-1. Cheney's 0-1. It is taken down low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Taking a look at the scoreboard, brought to you by D.R. Johnson Lumber Co., a progressive family-owned company, proudly supporting our local youth. Come out and watch the Docs swing some lumber. D.R. Johnson, making lumber since 1951. 10 runs, 13 hits, 2 errors for the Docs. Swing and a miss on the 1-1 pitch, 1-2. 7 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors for the Mustangs. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Taken low. 2-2. The Docs still searching for their first win of the season. Hoping to get it here. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Cheney. A 3rd strikeout of the game, his 2nd of the inning. And he sits him down in order, 1, 2, and 3. We'll now head to the 6th inning. The score is 10-7. The Dr. Stewart's with the lead here on 541radio.com and the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Looking to expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Welcome back here to Jim McAbee Field. So a couple of substitutions. Grady Sickler has moved from left field to third base. Now pitching is the former third baseman Sean McFall. I'm trying to see who's out in left field, but I'm unsure at the moment. It's too far to read, and my binoculars can only stretch so far. Not exactly sure who's out in left field, but I can tell you is that Sean McFall is now the new pitcher in the game. Jake Lewis, 3 innings pitched for him with a total of 6 hits, 3 runs, make it 4 runs, 2 strikeouts and a walk. Brings up Dane St. Clair, Taj Flora, and Ty Hellenthal. So St. Clair leading things off in the top of the 6th inning with the Docs leading by 3, 10-7 the score. McFall's first pitch is popped foul on a couple of chops, and actually now it's back in fair territory, and that's going to be, okay, it is foul. They say it's off the plate. No balls in 1 strike to St. Clair. Didn't miss by much. No balls in 1 strike. Here's the pitch to St. Clair. Line drive to right field. That's a base hit. St. Clair has his second single today. The Docs are swinging it. 14 hits. Game number 2. Every single batter has reached base safely here in the nightcap of the doubleheader. No balls in 1 strike, 10-7 the score with a runner at first base, and it's bunt shown up the first base side. Fielding it is Pedersen, and he makes the tag and gets the out there. Sack bunt to advance the runner into scoring position. Brings up Ty Hellenthal, so 1 out. Runner at second. 10-7 the score here in the top of the 6th. And now Easton Douglas is out to talk with Sean McFall. Docs with twice as many hits today as Medford here in game number 2. And no throw back towards second. Still waiting. The first pitch is Hellenthal. First pitch. It's grounded towards short. Picked up by Bloodworth. He fields and throws to first. It's a high throw, but it's in time to retire Hellenthal for out number 2. Advancing to third base on the play is Taj Flora. 2 outs, a runner at third base in this 10-7 game. Fletcher Coleman now coming up to hit. 2 strikeouts, a single, and a run scored. First pitch. Coleman takes a strike. 0-1. So a chance to stretch the lead. A little bit more to 4. The 0-1. Coleman grounds it on 1 hop to second. Picked by Painter. He throws to first. And that's the inning. So we'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. The score is still 10-7 after one's left stranded after 1 hit, no runs, and no errors. You're listening to Roseburg Dr. Stewart Baseball here on 541radio.com and the score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with a news review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
It wasn't until 1925 that the American Legion gave birth to its first youth program, and that was American Legion Baseball. And the emphasis was on citizenship and sportsmanship.
Travel ball, a lot of the times you go and you play and it's kind of just more of an individual game. But in Legion Baseball, it's more of a team working towards a goal, and I really appreciate that.
That you're playing for something more than just yourself. You're playing for all the past veterans who have served. You're playing for the people who are still serving in the military. And it's a huge honor to be part of this program.
Easton Douglas, Easton Curtis, and Jackson Rosenthal due up. The first pitch, it's bunted foul, no balls and one strike. Easton Douglas, a 3 RBI double back in the second inning. RBIs are sponsored by Umpqua Bank. Whether it's great deals on investments, saving on loans and lines of credit, or personal banking with no overdraft fees, you can cash in with Umpqua Bank. Member FDIC. Stop by one of the 6 branches in Douglas County in Roseburg, Sutherland, Myrtle Creek, and Canyonville. 1 ball and 1 strike to Easton Douglas. After the second pitch misses from Riley Cheney. 1-1 offering is ripped up the middle, past the diving Anderson into center field. Base hit for Easton Douglas as the Stangs trail by 3. Looking to strike here in the 6th. Brings up Easton Curtis. Curtis 0 for 2, reached on an error and scored in the second. Runner at first, nobody out. 10-7 the score. Cheney back out. He's pitched the last 2 innings. Only allowing 1 hit. Had a 1-2-3 inning last inning in the 5th with 2 strikeouts. Ground ball to the left side, picked up by Burke. He flips it to 2 for 1. The throw to first base, a double play. 6-4-3 DP. Brings up Jackson Rosenthal. So Rosenthal, a walk, a fly out, and a 2 RBI double in game number 2 after an impressive game number 1. Left-handed hitter takes a pitch, down low. 1 ball and no strikes from Cheney. Ducks fans wanted that one to be called the strike. 1-0 pitch from Cheney. It's taken down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the 2-0 from Cheney. It's down and away. 3 balls and no strikes. Cheney trying to find the zone. 3-0 pitch. It's looked at low, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Rosenthal. The Mustangs are trailing 10-7. Trailing by 3 with 4 outs to work with. Brings up Keller Bloodworth, the shortstop. Bloodworth, a single, stolen base, and a run scored his last time up. Line out and a pop-up before that. Cheney out of the stretch, fires the first pitch outside, 1-0. Looked like he rushed it. Not the full leg kick, just a half leg kick, and he dished to the dish. Here's the 1-0. Up and inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Cheney just trying to find the zone. Fell behind 3-0 and then walked Rosenthal 6 straight balls. Throw back towards first base, and back there safely is Rosenthal. Cheney's 2-0. It's taken down and inside. 3 balls and no strikes. Long game number 2, over 2 hours. Three balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch from Cheney. In for a strike as he finds the zone. So 3 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs and runner at first. Here's the pitch from Cheney. Spiked in, and it's another walk. Tying run will come to the plate in Sean McFall. And A.J. Doolittle is going to go out and talk things over with Cheney. Special thanks to our sponsor, McClendon Smokehouse, a family-owned meat shop and smokehouse offering a wide selection plus fresh produce, baked goods, and a general grocery selection. You can stop by on West Harvard Avenue. Special thanks to our sponsor, Evergreen Family Medicine. Expect the unexpected at Evergreen Family Medicine. Serving Roseburg, Myrtle Creek, and Sutherland, Evergreen offers more than traditional primary care. You can always expect more from Evergreen. After the infield meeting, Doolittle departs. 2 on and 2 outs. 10-7 the score in the bottom of the 6th. Logan Anderson gives some word of advice as he heads back towards second base. And now Sean McFall with 2 on and 2 out. 10-7 game. Cheney's first pitch. Down and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Cheney looks back towards second, now kicks in, fires. The 1-0 is in for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 drops in for strike 2. He fell behind to Rosenthal and Bloodworth, both on with walks. Now ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes to McFall. A single, a walk, and a flyout. Cheney looks back towards second. The pitch grounded to the left side through the 5-6 hole. That's going to be enough for Rosenthal to come in and score from second base. An RBI single by Sean McFall, and the 2-out rally continues. Tying run is now at first base. Go-ahead run coming up to hit. 9th hit of the game for the Mustangs. 10-8 the score. Runners at first and second. And now Cade Pedersen will come to the plate with 2 strikeouts today. First pitch. Pedersen takes outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Bloodworth at second, McFall at first. McFall as the tying run. Cheney's 1-0. Swing and a miss. Beautiful pitch, executed low. 1-1. Cheney fires in a pitch outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs and 2-1. Big at bat here for Patterson. Cheney's 2-1. Curveball that's called strike 2. Nice break for the right-hander. Evens it out. Looking to give Patterson the sombrero. 3 strikeouts. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Cheney wants more time. So he'll step off the mound and then get back right on the slab. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch from Cheney. Line towards left field. A long run for Coleman. It drops just foul. Just a few feet over towards the left side of the line. We'll do the 2-2 again. Could have been a big hit for Patterson with 2 outs. The runners are both running on contact. Two-two pitch. Checks his swing. He did not go around. Ball was in the dirt. 3 balls and 2 strikes. A full count pitch. Grady Sickler is on deck. Cheney comes set. Payoff pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Diving play at first base is not made. It goes all the way into right field. Around third and in to score is Bloodworth. The ball gets away on the throw home. And 2 runs will come in and score, and we are tied. The base hit and Air scores 2 runs. As it's now 10-10. As the Mustangs have come from behind to tie it. What a back and forth battle this has been. 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th. And now runner at second, 2 outs as Patterson advanced to second base. Grady Sickler with an opportunity to give the Mustangs the lead in the bottom of the 6th. Ahead of the 7th. Cheney throws back towards second. Anderson well aside of the bag. No play there as Patterson is back to the base safely. Cheney's first pitch. Lifted in the air, pretty deep out towards left field. Fletcher Coleman looking for it. He watches it go off the wall. Sickler has a ground rule double, and the Mustangs take the lead 11-10. It short hopped the wall and then hit the top of it and somehow found its way over the fence. Just like that, the lead is eliminated, and it's a 1-run lead for Medford. And the 2-out rally continues. The only 2 outs in this inning were a double play. It started with a single, a round ball 6-4-3 DP, walk, single, double. And it's 10-11. Runner in scoring position at second, Keegan Painter swings and flies it out towards left field. Down the left field line, just foul. No balls and 1 strike. Painter, a walk, a pop up, and A ground out. Almost got it to go down the left field line. No balls and one strike. Pitch from Cheney. In for a strike, 0-2. Cheney looking to just keep the damage at 4. The Docs had a 4-run top of the 5th to come from behind and take the lead, and now the Mustangs have done the same. The 0-2. Ripped down towards left field. It's down by Keegan Painter. As Mustangs just keep on scoring. Five-run, bottom of the 6th inning, and still not done just yet. Brings up Brady Patterson with a runner at first and 2 outs. All of a sudden you look up and there's 12 hits for Medford in a hit-full inning. Swing and a miss on the first pitch from Cheney, 0-1 to Brady Patterson, who's the 9th batter of the inning. Seven of the previous 8 batters have reached base safely. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2, a nice breaking ball from Cheney. Trying to get out of the inning with just the 5 runs. Keep it a 2-run game going into the 7th. That would be manageable for the Dr. Stewarts. Cheney's 0-2. Lined out towards left field, and that's going to be a base hit. Going first to third on the play is Painter. Now heading into second base with a double is Runner. And now coming in to score from first base is Keegan Painter. He just kept running. I don't think that the Dr. Stewarts were prepared for him to go to first or third on a blooper out to left field. Patterson taking second base was a little bit of a surprise. And all of a sudden you look up and Painter's racing around third to come in and score. It's now 13-10. 6 runs in the inning. They had 5 runs come in the second and another 6-run 6. My goodness, a high-scoring affair. First pitch, bunt shown. It's pulled back and it's in for a strike, 0-1. Easton Douglas, who led off this inning with a single. The 0-1 pitch, outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Mustangs have gone from down by 3 to up by 3 in the bottom of the 6th inning. 10th batter of the inning in Douglas. 1-1 pitch, popped up in the infield, and it's down for a base hit. It rolls to the left side, and the 2-out rally will still continue. Easton Curtis, he's hitless in game 2. Reached on an error in the 2nd inning, came in and scored, but other than that, grounded into a double play earlier this inning. Grounded out to short in the 4th and grounded out to second in the 1st. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Pitch to Curtis, chops it foul. 0-1. 8 straight batters have reached base safely since the 2nd out was recorded. It was Curtis grounding into the double play for the 2 outs. Everyone's reached base safely since, and he takes a pitch inside. Walk, walk, single, single, double, single, double, single so far since the ground ball double play by Curtis. 1-1 pitch. Bounces in. 2 balls and 1 strike. Mustangs trailed 6-0 in game number 2. The Docs were up 6-0 after the first inning and a half, gave up 5 runs in the bottom of the second. The Mustangs tied it in the third, 6-6, and it's been back and forth since. Janey down low, 3 balls and 1 strike. Mustangs took the lead in the fourth, 7-6, 4 runs in the fifth for the Dr. Stewarts, made it 10-7. And then entering this inning, it was still 10-7, but 6 runs. Curtis swings and misses at the 3-1. And the count goes full. 2 on with 2 outs in a 3-run game in the bottom of the 6th. Janey's payoff pitch. Curtis pops it up, out of play. We'll do the 3-2 once again. The Dr. Stewarts will have the top of the order, due up in the top of the 7th. Paxton Burke, Logan Anderson, and Cal Robbins. Three balls and 2 strikes. The payoff pitch. Curtis takes called strike 3. Janey's able to paint the corner, and that'll do it for the Mustangs. A total of 6 runs come in on 7 hits, 2 left stranded, 1 error, and that's going to do it after 2 are left stranded. We're headed to the 7th. The Dr. Stewarts, they're trailing 13-10. You're listening to Roseburg Dr. Stewart Baseball here on 541radio.com and the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Welcome back here to Jim McAbee Field at North Medford High School. A new pitcher is in the game. It's Keller Bloodworth, the shortstop, moving over from shortstop to the mound. Still trying to see who's at short, and it's Sean McFall. So they just switched spots. McFall goes from third to the mound to now shortstop. He threw just 1 inning, and after throwing 1 inning in which he allowed 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and no strikeouts, he gives it away to Keller Bloodworth. The score is 13-10. The Medford Mustangs with the lead, a long game number 2. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. Paxton Burke going to be leading things off, followed by Logan Anderson and Cal Robbins, with the Dr. Stewarts trailing by 3 in the top of the 7th. Paxton Burke, an RBI triple his last time up. Bloodworth fires in a first pitch, strike 0-1. Man, his stuff looks legit. You can see why he was a standout at Feather River College out in California this past season. The 0-1, fastball outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Burke grounds it to the right side. At second base, it's Painter. He fields and throws to first. Retire Burke for out number 1. One out, nobody on for Logan Anderson. 2 singles and RBI. Takes pitch high, 1 ball and no strikes before the 2 singles. In his last 2 at-bats, a strikeout and a ground out. 13-10 the score, Medford with the lead. The pitch, it's in for a strike, 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Logan Anderson. Here's the pitch. Down low. 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch to Anderson. It's another fastball, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Doc still 2 outs to work with. Anderson lines it to right field, and it's down for a base hit, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall. Playing towards the line was Rosenthal as Anderson's digging for third base. The relay comes in, the throw to third in time as Anderson is out trying to stretch it to a triple. Second out is recorded. Looked like he was initially going to get it in time, but the relay from right field to third, a beauty. And now it's going to be 2 outs. Nobody on for Cal Robbins in this 3-run game. Pitch to Robbins is down low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-oh pitch by Robbins. Ground ball up the middle, off the mound at short. It's McFall, the throw to first in time, and the Mustangs win. They get it done and come from behind, trailing by 3 late. They score 6 runs in the bottom of the 6th, and they hang on for the 3-run victory, winning it in 7 and sweeping the Dr. Stewarts to go to 10-1 on the season. The Dr. Stewarts, they're going to drop this one and go to 0-6 on the season. Got our final tally marks to tally up. We'll get you caught up for everything that you need to go in the post-game show coming up in 3 minutes here on 541radio.com and the Score 92.3 FM and 14.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
It wasn't until 1925 that the American Legion gave birth to its first youth program, and that was American Legion Baseball. And the emphasis was on citizenship and sportsmanship.
Travel ball, a lot of the times you go and you play and it's kind of just more of an individual game. But in Legion Baseball, it's more of a team working towards a goal, and I really appreciate that.
That you're playing for something more than just yourself. You're playing for all the past veterans who have served. You're playing for the people who are still serving in the military. And it's a huge honor to be part of this program.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
D.R. Johnson Lumber Company, a forward-thinking family company, has been operating in the Douglas County community for over 60 years. Founded by Don R. Johnson, the man who set the tone of commitment to these local communities by providing stable, long-term employment. D.R. Johnson Lumber Company understands the significance of investing in our youth because they are the foundation of our future. That's why they're a proud supporter of Roseburg Doc Stewart's. Come watch the Docs swing some lumber with D.R. Johnson Lumber Company. Go Docs!
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
13-10, the final in game number 2 of the doubleheader. Medford wins both games today. They won the first game in run rule fashion, 13-3, and they sweep the doubleheader with a 13-10 win in game number 2. It was a 6-run 6th inning and a 5-run second inning that really did the damage for the Mustangs. Also, the 11-run 5th inning for the Mustangs in game number 1. In total, you got 3 innings with 22 runs scored. That might lose you some baseball games. 10 runs today, though, in game number 2 for the Ducks. They really came alive. We're up 6-0 after 2 innings. Rather, 1.5 innings, and then gave up 5 runs in the bottom of the second inning. Still led 6-5, but slowly but surely, Medford crawled their way back in game number 2, scored 1 run in the third, and then 1 in the fourth to take the lead 7-6. The Ducks came right back, scored 4 runs in the top of the 5th inning. They made it 10-7 in favor of Roseburg. Had a scoreless bottom of the 5th inning, latter inning with 1 hit, a sac bunt, and back-to-back groundouts to end the inning in the 6th. So nothing doing in the top half of the 6th. In the bottom of the 6th, 6 runs on a total of 7 hits, and that was it for the Mustangs. That's all they needed, as they were able to bat through the order and bring in a lot of runs to win the game 13-10. The Doc Stewart still winless on the season. They're 0-6 to start the season. Tim Sestair in his first season as the head coach of the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. The Docs are going to be heading up to Clackamas. We'll have the call right here on the score. Joey Keyran is going to be back on the call for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Clackamas tournament. First game is on Friday at 3 p.m. That is a 7-inning game. The Dr. Stewarts dropped this one 13-10. The winning pitcher is going to be Sean McFall. The save goes to Keller Bloodworth, and the loss goes to Riley Cheney. Offensively, Dan Withers hit a home run, a 3-run shot in the second inning. He had a total of 4 RBIs and 2 hits in game number 2. Logan Anderson, 3 hits with an RBI. Paxton Burke, an RBI triple. 2 for 4 he was. And Jake Johnson was 3 for 4 with an RBI as well. So a lot of offensive production, just not a ton of success in terms of wins today. At least in game number 2, a lot of offense. Pitching certainly gave up some runs, and there was a total of 3 errors defensively for the Dr. Stewarts. That's going to do it for us here at Jim McAbee Field. Got a long drive back up to Roseburg. Been a fun time getting to call some baseball